Welcome to the final week of the regular season and our favorite time of the year this week in Campbell football. With head coach Mike Minner, I'm Evan Budrovich. Coach, you go down to Clinton, South Carolina. You check a box off for your program, a Big South Conference win and a dominant display this past Saturday.
Well, it was big for us. We played Presbyterian over the years, and, they've owned us up to this point. And so to go, down to Clinton, South Carolina and get that win, I think was big for our program. And we coming off of 3 weeks, 3 bad weeks. And so you're trying to, figure out who you're going to be in the Big South. How do you get back to center? We talk about mental toughness all the time. Good things happen, bad things happen, doesn't matter, get back to center. And the football team was able to do that this week. And so I'm proud of the guys and what they was able to accomplish coming into the week. It was a very spirited practice all week long. And when you're coming out of a 3-game winning streak, that says a lot about the leadership of the football team and all these seniors that we're going to celebrate and we're going to miss. But the leadership they have displayed throughout the year has been top-notch. And so that's the only way that you're able to do that type of stuff. Give credit to the coaching staff because them guys went to work and put together a great plan. To be able to dominate a Big South opponent like that that's big, and we don't take that lightly. And so again, we check that off, and so we move on.
Part of that success starts in the running game. Of course, Daniel Smith with a couple of big touchdowns, but overall over 300 yards rushing, really setting the tone in that football game.
Well, you know what? We happy that number 11 is back in the lineup, and even though we had him last week. With Kennesaw State, he was still coming off that injury. Was in the hospital with some staph infection for about 3 or 4 days, and so he lost some weight. The strength wasn't there, but last week against PC, he was back, and it was great to see him. Calling the show again and getting our offense going, and he did it in the run game this week. And he's done it in the pass game. He's done it in the run game, and it's always good to see that. The football team running over 300-something plus yards, and I think that was really good for the offensive line who took that challenge and really paved the way. And, we had a lot of running backs over 50 yards running the ball, and I thought that was really, really impressive against that defense because Presbyterian defense is one of the best in the Big South. Especially when you start talking about stopping the run. And for us to control the game like that was impressive. Then you look at the last drive, 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go on the clock. And who takes the ball from the 1-yard line and runs the whole entire 9 minutes and 45 seconds out? Man, that right there I've never heard anything like that. And for the offensive line and the running backs and Daniel Smith to get that done, man, that's impressive. And so, really, really proud of those guys. And then defensively, congratulations to Coach Glosser for his first win as a defensive coordinator and having those guys ready to go, man. I mean, the defense side of the ball was prepared. They were sharp and I was proud of those guys, and to hold them to 6 points as a defense was really, really impressive. 12 yards passing. I mean, you look at that, and they threw the ball 20-something times. So it wasn't like it was 3 passes attempts. It was 20-something attempts for 12 yards, and that's big time football as far as the defense is concerned. And then special teams came up. We haven't played well in special teams all year long, especially during the 3 weeks of us losing. Special teams really was not special, and they showed up. I thought both coordinators, Coach Grimes and Coach Bowling, really had their guys ready to go. And we put Block back there, Aaron Blockman, and they kicked it to him, and it went just like we scripted it, catch the ball, outrun everybody, stiff arm a couple people, get to the end zone. I said, Block, man, if you would have been doing that all the 4 years you was playing, you might have broke the NCAA record because every time we put you back there and you catch it, you take it to the house. And And so you got 2 returns for 2 touchdowns, and you tied for the all-time touchdown lead and kickoff returns in school history. And you only done it twice. So, but it was really good to see him take ownership to say, hey, Coach, put me back there. We need a spark. I'll get back there and I'll make that happen. And so you got to give him a lot of credit for that. And the other thing is he's playing gunner. And so he was running down there on special teams on punt team and making the guy a fair catch. And, so you got your starting receiver, one of the stars on your football team, kickoff returns and punt team, and really going out there and making a difference. And so that's how this football team is, though. They guys that love the game and going to do whatever they can to get to our goal.
Certainly, as you mentioned, Aaron Blockman really embodying this entire senior class. 10 players going to be honored this weekend for Senior Day, the final game of the season. Give us a taste a little bit of this group, a lot of kids you brought in under your staff and really developed these last 4 to 5 years.
It's the leadership. I mean, these guys have developed. I mean, when they came in, they was, young, not understanding what's going on with life and really not understanding what it took to be a great football player, a great student athlete. And these guys, year after year got better and better, which is what it's all about in life, and really have taken ownership of the football team. We are not where we at. Going into scholarship football for the first time, already locking down a winning season, and possibly have a chance to win more games than anybody has done in the modern history of Campbell football. We don't do that without the leadership of the seniors, and so we're going to miss these guys. They've set a great example to all the young guys of how it is, and so, man, we're excited about those 10 guys. We're going to miss them all. And they really are the heart and soul of this football team this year.
Well, Coach, what an opportunity here on Saturday, a chance to get your 7th win, a chance to pick up another Big South win, and you take on a good Charleston Southern team that just beat Gardner-Webb this past week.
Man, listen, Charleston Southern is a good football team. They've had a tough schedule too, and these guys are going to be really good on defense. They're up front. Their defensive line is guys that has a lot of energy. They had a lot of strength, athletic up there. Their defense is really, I believe, the best part of their team. And so we got to be ready to rock and roll on offense, and it's going to be a great challenge. But I think we'll be ready for that because of how we play offense. And again, but it's all about winning football. Evan, if we can do the things that we always talk about, man, win first down, that's going to be up front. Our defense and offensive lines got to win that battle, and then we got to win the explosive plays. We got to when we dial up an explosive play on these guys, we got to cash in because you're not going to get many opportunities against this defense. And then with them being a shotgun triple option type team. We saw it early on with Coastal Carolina, same offense, of course, because Chadwell was there as the head coach, and so the O-line coach is now the head coach, and so they ain't changing much, and so we've seen this offense already, and we've seen what it can do, and so we got to be ready from a defensive standpoint to tackle people, get them on the ground, to live another day, because you can't just stop this offense. You just got to contain it, and that's really what we're going to try to do there and win the red zone battle. Got to win the red zone battle. I think that's going to be big. Turnovers is going to be big in this game. We can't turn the ball over like we did last week, and we won't. We'll fix that, and we'll get better in that category. And then field position, special teams got to show up again, and they will. And so we'll have a great game and send our seniors off the right way. And we're going to thank them for all their contribution to really making Campbell football what it is today.
Certainly going to be a fun test and a big game to close out the regular season. We hope you see you here on Saturday. If not, we'll have live coverage on ESPN Plus to wrap up the final game of the year, as this is this week in Campbell football.